like to take this opportunity to welcome each one of you in today's topic. And today's topic is all about worldly wealthy and the true wealthy. Worldly wealthy is the wealthy that we have here on earth. The true wealthy is the wealthy that we're going to inherit in heaven. Are we together? Or the spiritual wealthy. Are we together? That is inside and that is going to inherit in heaven. Now let me take this opportunity to teach according to the Bible. In the book of Luke chapter 16 from verse 9 to 12, Jesus Christ teach us how to handle the wealthy on earth or the worldly wealthy, and how we will be trusted with the true wealthy in heaven, or the wealthy that will going to strengthen us inwardly. Are we together? Now let me read from verse 9. That is Luke chapter 16 from verse 9 to 12. Then I'm going to explain. But Jesus was telling us, let me teach. But our teaching is coming from Luke chapter 16 from verse 9 to 12. Jesus told us that to make friendly with the worldly wealthy. Are we together? Are we together? To make friendly with the worldly wealthy so that we may given the eternal wealthy, or the wealthy that is eternal. Are we together? Or we must welcome in the home of eternal wealthy. Are we together? So you must make friendly with worldly wealthy in order Jesus to examine you whether he must give you the true wealthy. The true wealthy there in heaven. When you proceed and look that in that same chapter verse 10, chapter 16 of Luke chapter verse 10 says that whoever is faithful in small matters will be faithful in large ones. Are we together? If what you have, that wealthy, you despise a lot, if you are faithful with it, Jesus Christ will going to entrust you with a large one. But he must take a look whether you are faithful with that small one. Are we together? When you continue reading in verse 11, it says that if then you have not been faithful in handling worldly wealthy, how can you be trusted with the true wealthy? Jesus Christ is asking us, if you are not faithful to handle the worldly wealthy, who will give you the true wealthy, the wealthy that lasts forever? So Jesus Christ is looking at us, whether we can take care of the worldly wealthy. Which worldly wealthy? The land that you have, the phone that you have, and many things, in order to trust you in a large one. So we have an examination to do, and this examination is to be faithful with the small thing that we had, so that Jesus Christ can give us great one, because of taking a look what we do with the small one. Are we together? When you continue reading in verse 12, say, and if you are not being faithful with what being belong to someone else, if you are not faithful of handling the wealthy that belong to somebody else, who will entrust you with what belong to you? Are we together? For example, you have your boss, or you are employed by somebody. You have the boss, and you are not faithful of handling his wealthy. Jesus Christ is asking you, who will entrust you with what belong to you? So there is a large wealthy that belong to you, but Jesus Christ is going to look whether you are able to take care of what belongs to somebody else. To youths, you are not belong to yourself. If you are not married, you are not belong to yourself. Your body is not belong to you. It belongs to somebody else in this world. Are we together? But we belong to God, all of us. We not belong to ourselves. So we must take care of ourselves because we don't belong to ourselves. We belong to God. Second thing, if you're not married or you are married, you must take care of yourself because you not belong to you, you belong to somebody else. Are we together? And if you misuse yourself, who will going to give you who belong to you? This is the question that I'm asking those who are not married. If you are misusing yourself by doing whatever you like it, who will going to give you a good wife? Because if you need to have a good wife, you must be a good husband of taking care of what belongs to somebody else. Because you don't belong to yourself, you belong to somebody else. Second thing, if you are employed by somebody, if you have a boss, you must take care of his wealthy so that Jesus Christ can take a look of you and give you the true wealthy. Are we together? He will going to examine you the way you handle things of other people. And take a look. There is people who are careless to taking care of things of this world. Are we together? You can take a look of the earphones. You can see they are cracked until it's no longer a phone. It's just an example of a phone. Jesus Christ asking you, if that worldly wealth, that phone, you can't take care of it, who will entrust you with the true wealthy? If you can't take care of the worldly wealthy, who will going to give you what belongs to you? Are we together? So we must take care of what belongs to others. Also, we ourselves, we are not belong to ourselves. So we belong to God. So we must take care of what belongs to somebody else so that God can entrust us by what belongs to us. Are we together? As a youth, live a holy life. Don't misuse yourself, and God will going to give somebody who can't misuse himself or herself. But if you misuse yourself, Jesus Christ is asking you today, who will going to give you what belongs to you. If you can take care of yourself and you know very well you are not belong to yourself, you belong to somebody else and you are misusing yourself. Jesus Christ is asking you today, who will going to give you what belongs to you? If you can't take care of you yourself, who belong to somebody else, you're going to go and marry somebody else. So you must take care of yourself in order to be given somebody who is good. But if you misuse yourself each and every day, Jesus Christ is asking you, who will going to give you what belongs to you? That is the question that you must ask yourself. And also Jesus Christ is asking you, remember we are in the book of Luke chapter 16 from verse 9 to 12. Also Jesus Christ is asking you, if you are not faithful of handling the small matters, who will going to give you the large one? Or you can't be faithful of large ones. And Jesus Christ asking you, if you are not faithful to handle what belongs to somebody else, who will going to give you what belongs to you? Let us keep ourselves holy in order God to keep those who belong to us holy. Let us live a holy life because God himself is holy. Are we together? And God can't be unholy because of for your sake. Remember Hebrews chapter 13 verse 8. God is the same yesterday, today, and forever. And if Jesus Christ said that, if you are not able to take care of what belongs to somebody else, he will never, never, ever entertain nonsense and give you somebody who is good while you are evil. So if you need somebody who is good, or you need to have true wealthy, or you need to be given a large wealthy, you must be faithful of what belongs to others. You must take care of what belongs to others. And by that thing, God will come and see you and entrust you with the true wealthy. Let me talk with youth today. You need to reach a point, or youth, you need to get rich quickly, but you are fake. You are not taking care of what belongs to others. Jesus is asking you today, who is going to give you what belongs to you? And this is according to Luke chapter 16, verse 12. So if you need great things, good things, you must take care of what belongs to others. Verse 9 says that we must make friendly with the worldly wealthy. Because it's the thing that Jesus is looking at us and examining us whether we can handle the true wealthy. The small matters, the small wealthy. Jesus Christ, in each and every time, you're going to undergo a situation. But those situations, you'll have something that you are handling. That small thing, Jesus is looking you whether you will going to be faithful with that small matter in order to give you the large one. Are we together? Remember, the hard situation is not bad at all. The Bible told us that in the book of Hebrews chapter 5 verse 8 told us that chapter 5 verse 8 told us that even if Jesus Christ was the Son of God, he learned a lot through suffering. Are we together? Verse 9 says, having been perfected, he became the source of eternal salvation. So the problem or the trouble or other situation is a good teacher, because he's teaching Jesus Christ and he's going to teach you. So if you have small things and you are down, Jesus Christ is looking at you whether you can handle it in a great way so that he can entrust you in a large ones. Are we together? So don't despise your small beginning. Are we together? And don't be deceived by somebody else, because my small beginning is not your small beginning. You can start in a different ways, but Jesus Christ is looking at you according to the Luke chapter 16 from verse 9, whether you have make friendly with the worldly wealthy in order to trust you with the real wealthy there in heaven. So let us take care of ourselves. Let us make friendly with the worldly wealthy. Let us take care of what belongs to others. If you have the boss, respect the boss. Take care of what belongs to others faithfully, and God will going to give you what belongs to you. If you need a good partner, please be a good partner to somebody else that you know nothing about him or her, so that God will look at you and see that you are taking care of what belongs to others and entrust you of what belongs to you and give you somebody good like you. Let us change our prayer and say, I need somebody like me. I need God to give me wealthy so that I can handle it in this way I handle the wealthy of my boss. I need God to give me a worker like me. When I start my business, I need God to give me somebody like me who will going to take care of what belongs to others, like the way I'm taking care of what belongs to somebody else. And that is what Jesus is looking in Luke chapter 16 from verse 9 to 12. If you are faithful of what belongs to others, or you can take care of what belongs to others, God will come and give you what belongs to you. So it's upon you to be faithful, to take care of what belongs to others, and to take care of what you're handling. If it's a phone, please take care of them, maintain it. Are we together? And God will go to look that and give you what the true wealthy. So he said, if you are not faithful of the worldly wealthy, who is going to give you the true wealthy? So God is looking you the way you use things, and he will going to give you what belongs to you. So if you need God to move with you, if you need God to give you great things, please be faithful in small matters. What is, in 100 steps started with one step. And that the first step does not have meaning. If somebody can show you the first step to make 100 steps, you can be amazing of what you have seen. But he had made it because he did not despise his small beginning. And I told you we start differently, but we are aiming to be entrusted by the true wealthy. So take care of what belongs to others, and you will going to change also your prayer to say that I need to have the workers like me. The way I take care of the things that belong to others, the same things, I need God to give me the workers to take care of what belongs to me. The way I'm faithful to what belongs to others, that is the way how I need God to give me what the workers in order to take care of my things the way I take care of others' things. Are we together? So that the Bible says that and emphasizes that in Galatians chapter 6 verse 7 says that don't be deceived. You can't corrupt God. Whatever you sow, you're going to reap it. So if you plant good things, are we together? If you plan to be faithful of what belongs to others, people of your workers, because in the next 10 years or in the next season, in future, you're going to become a boss. And the way you treat others, the way you used to theft to others, the people, they will do the same thing. What? Because whatever you're going to plant, you're going to repeat. According to Galatians chapter 6 verse 7. So, also Hosea told us that in chapter 9 of chapter 10 of Hosea verse 12 told us, plow a good garden, plant righteousness, and reap a blessing. But if you plant evil and you reap the fruit of your evil, you are reaping what belongs to you. So if you plant blessing, if you plant righteousness, you're going to reap blessing. So that is upon you to plant good things. It's upon you to plant. It's Hosea chapter 10 from verse 12. It says that, and I said, plow a new ground for yourself, plant righteousness and reap blessing, that your devotion will make me your produce. Are we together? If you plant evil and you reap it, don't blame anybody. Because you are not faithful of what belongs to others, God is making you to reap what you had planted. So, if you need to have a good house, you must take care of yourself. You must If you need to have good shop, you must take care of the shop that you are employed. If you need God to lift you above higher, you must be with the one to take care of what belongs to others. Why? Galatians 6 verse 7. Whatever you plant, you're going to reap it. But when you plant in a good garden, you're going to reap it. Why? Because you can't corrupt God. You can't deceive God. Everything you plant, you're going to reap exactly what you are planted. Are we together? So don't lose any chance not to worship God. Don't lose any chance not to worship God and doing great things. So be faithful of the or make friendship with the worldly wealthy according to Luke chapter 16 verse 9. And God will going to give you the true wealthy. Verse 12 of that chapter 16 of Luke says that if you are not faithful of what belongs to others, or if you can't take care of what belongs to others, who will give you what belongs to you? Please take care of what belongs to others, and God will entrust you of what belongs to you. Be blessed. Please subscribe to my channel. Tell others about my channel. You are just the boss.